Hey everybody, it's Jessica with PT for Everyone, and on today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about the back. So this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the back, and we're going to go over some stretches and some things that you can do to kind of help loosen up your back. And when I say back, I mean your trunk, your core, this area here, to try and get rid of some of that back discomfort. I'm also going to make another video where we go over some actual exercises that you can do. But like I said, today's video, we're going to go over stretches and things that you can do to kind of loosen up your trunk, your hip, and hopefully get rid of some of that back and especially low back discomfort. So a lot of times we can have that back and lower back discomfort because of tightness, whether it's tightness in our hamstrings. Okay, your hamstrings are the muscles that are on the back side of the upper part of your leg. Okay, so if you sit right here and you can't and you have trouble reaching your toes, if that's difficult for you, then that might mean that you have a little bit of a tight hamstring situation. Tight hamstrings can cause some lower back discomfort. If your hamstrings are tight, they can actually cause your pelvis to tilt a little bit and cause some tightness and cause some discomfort there. A lot of times our hips themselves will actually get tight. The joint and the joint capsule can get tight. The muscle surrounding that joint can get tight. So that can cause a lot of back discomfort as well. So just because you have discomfort in your back doesn't mean that it's always going to be a back issue. Of course, it can be a back issue. You can have slip discs. You can have, even like ruptured discs or things like that. You can have compressions. You can even have fractures. You can have, spondylolisthesis and spondylosis. So of course, there can always be structural things that make you have your back discomfort. But I'm going to walk you through a few things today, some easy stretches and things that you can do at home to try and see if these will help you with your back discomfort. Because if these are some things that can help, they may not completely take it all away. But again, if these are things that can help kind of get rid of some of that back discomfort, then you're just going to feel a whole lot better. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you a few things. I'm going to lay down on the floor here on this mat in our workout room here at our house. But you do not have to do these on the floor. You can do these in the bed. A lot of times I'll tell my patients and the people that I work with that these are really good exercises to do, or like stretches. Like I said, these are more stretches. But these are really good things to do like first thing when you wake up in the morning before you even get out of bed. Go ahead and go through these and then wake up and do your morning routine. And then at nighttime, when you get in the bed, do these stretches and then ease on off and go to sleep. Just doing those, adding those morning ones and nighttime ones to your daily routine can really seem to help loosen up a lot of the core tightness, hip tightness, leg tightness that may be causing some of that back discomfort and help you feel a little bit better. So let's get into it. As you can see, I'm laying down here on the floor. Now, again, you do not have to lay down on the floor. You can lay on your bed or wherever is most comfortable. I don't want you getting on the floor if you're going to have difficulty getting up, right? As you can see, I also put a little Pilates block under my head. I don't have a pillow in here with me, so I grabbed this to make do. But putting a pillow under your head, if that makes you feel more comfortable, makes you feel a little bit more elevated. If you feel like when you're flat on your back that your head is way too far down, you can definitely add a pillow or a rolled up towel, something like that, just to elevate your head a little bit to make you feel a little bit more comfortable, feel a little bit better. So as you can see, I'm in a position here where both of my knees are bent. One of the first things that I like to give my patients and that I feel like is a really good place to start with your stretching is here. So I want to put both of my feet together. So they are together, they are touching. I want to bring my knees together to where my knees are touching as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my hips rotate, allowing my knees to fall to the side. And I'm going to hold that for a few seconds. And then I'm going to come to the other side. And I'm going to twist and rotate and turn. Okay? I call these hip trunk rotations, okay? Because what we're doing is we're rotating the trunk area, okay? We're in a supine position where we're on our back, all right? But what this allows is for that lower back area, okay, and for the hips to actually kind of stretch and rotate a little bit. A lot of people forget that your back is a joint. So just like your shoulders, your knees, your hips, everything moves, your back has to move as well. And so when you get tightness in your back and it doesn't move like it needs to, it can cause a lot of discomfort. So that's a wonderful place to start with your stretching, okay? I tell people to do that for 4 to 5 minutes, okay? You don't have to really count, but as long as you want to do that, that's fine. Just nice and slow, side to side rotations, okay? The next one that you can go into is one leg we straighten out straight. the other, we bring it up towards us here, and we stretch up towards us. You can either grab behind the knee here and pull, or if you would rather grab above the knee and pull that way, you can. A lot of times that puts a little extra pressure on the knee. So a lot of times people are more comfortable pulling from underneath the knee. What this does is this stretches out those glute muscles, stretches a little hamstring, stretches the low back. Really, really great stretch here. You can hold it for as little or as long as you want to, and then ease that out. Same thing with the other side. Pull and stretch. Again, hold that for as little or as long as you want to, 15 to 30 seconds, and you can do that 2, 3, 4, 5 times on each leg. Next one is to actually bring them both up at the same time and pull both. That one is a little bit tougher. It makes you use a little bit more of your core strength to hold those legs up. So it is a little bit more difficult for some people. So if you don't like that one, or if that one is too difficult for you, you don't have to do that one. You can skip that one. Now the next one that we can do, we're going to stay here in our supine position with our knees bent. Okay. And we're going to take one leg and we're going to kick it out straight. If we feel a stretch there, that's all we can do. That's okay. Bring it down, kick. We feel a stretch. That's fine. Bring it down. Okay. And do 10 to 15 of those, and then swap to the other side. This is a great, easy way to stretch your hamstrings. Now, if I kick here and you don't really feel a stretch, then bring that leg higher up. If you need to use your hands and bring it forward some too, that's okay. But again, that allows us to get a good hamstring stretch there. Our next exercise is called pelvic tilt. So you normally have a little bit of a sway in your low back. Your low back kind of has a sway to it right before it gets to your butt, right? So what you want to do, this can be a little bit tricky. So sometimes if you need to put your hand behind you to kind of give you a little bit of a cue, you can. But what you want to do is think about pulling your belly button down into the mat or down into the bed, okay? And you can, if you can look close enough, you can see that my pelvis tilts backwards, okay? Backwards. Tilt that pelvis backwards. Tilt the pelvis backwards. What this allows us to do is come from that anterior pelvic tilt to a posterior pelvic tilt. Anterior tilt, posterior tilt. That just allows for some motion in that lower back and can help stretch and work out some of that pain and that discomfort. There's also a couple of yoga positions that are really good for stretching out your back as well. So of course, just the typical cat-cow or cat-dog, whichever one you want to kind of call it, but it's being on all fours here, and then you round the back up, and then you let it fall down, okay? Shoulders and back kind of fall down into that sway position, and then you come up into that rounded position here. Ease down into the sway position, up into that rounded back position there. You can also come more into a plank position, okay? You can just lay here on your elbows and get that stretch in the back there, okay? If you need something a little bit more, you can push up and get a stretch there. But remember, don't do too much. Don't force that back into a position that it's not super, super comfortable being in. Ease into that position. So I know that was some really simple, really easy beginner type stuff there, but I just wanted to give you just a few things that you can start with, a few easy things that you can do. Again, you don't have to do these on the floor. You can do these in your bed, but this is a great place to start to see if this can help get rid of and help lessen a little bit of that back discomfort that you have. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, give me a follow. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay blessed. Bye.